Our granddaughter, Libby, was flat out killed.
My daughter, Abby, and her friend, Libby, were found murdered.
For what? No clue. 2 innocent girls walking on the trails, laughing, giggling, taking pictures.
The girls stuck together right up to the end.
Every child is the light of your life, and you can't ever imagine losing any one of them.
It's your theory that this is likely the killer.
Absolutely.
Have they been able to high-res this picture and get a better image of the face and all than what we have here?
This is as good as it gets. When I say that they've said, the FBI has said, we've had a lot of people working, NASA, Disney, you name it, we've worked on it, we've tried. This is the best we can do because everybody assumes that we can. And
okay, and I guess based on this and on witnesses, they came up with a sketch.
that is correct. Yes.
And this is the sketch, and this does, maybe it's just suggestibility or whatever, but it does look like the picture.
Yes.
But this is based on witnesses saying what they saw of a man there at the time, right?
That is correct.
Yes.
Yeah, that was from an eyewitness person who saw a person that looked like this leaving that area around that time that day.
Okay, and then at 4 o'clock, you went to the trails, right?
My son, who was picking Libby up, called me and said she's not answering the phone. And that was at 3:30. So my daughter and I both kept calling and messaging and texting Libby, and there was no answer. So it was just about 4 o'clock, I called my husband at work and said, Libby's not answering her phone, they're out at the trails, there's something wrong.
What did you think had happened at that point?
We probably figured that maybe they fell or got hurt or something, maybe that they just couldn't, or lost her phone. You know, maybe they fell and the phone came out of her hand or something and couldn't answer. So we were just looking for them laying somewhere.
So you called the police at 5 o'clock?
It was a little after 5.
A little after 5, I called the police.
Okay.
We'd been searching as a family, couldn't find anything, and thought, okay, it's going to start getting dark. Let's get the police involved here. And they immediately came out in force, started walking the trails with us, looking for the girls.
And so by 6 o'clock, there's a search underway, right? You said a lot of people came out.
Yeah. Most of the town was out. People were out all over the streets of Delphi, flashlights, walking, just groups, and hundreds of people seemed to be coming out to help us look.
People split up and went through each finger of that trail system. We don't know which direction he came from or where he went.
Within an hour and 23 minutes of her last Snapchat post, you were there, looking around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, hour and 23 minutes. You're there looking around. You don't see anybody. You don't see the guy, and he just disappears.
Well, actually, there was somebody there at 3:14. Libby's dad was there to pick them up.
At 3:14?
At 3:14. He called them first at 3:11 and said, I'm almost there, start heading back to the trailhead. And he got there at 3:14 and called them again and said, hey, I'm here. And she still didn't answer. So he started walking the trails.
Okay, that's 41 minutes.
Yes, at that time he started walking the trails. He called me at 3:30. So he had already been there for 16 minutes.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.